Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my channel hanafacts. Today I skipped from the anxiety on no, I discarded it because it was within me in my own perceptions, not outside. With this profound insight from Marcus, we are reminded that often our greatest battle with anxiety are internal. In today's exploration, we will delve into the powerful Stoic practice that can help us reshape our prescriptions for a path, tranquility, and empowerment. Each technique, rooted in centuries of wisdom, offer unique insight into understanding and transforming our inner landscape. As we uncover these time tested methods, we aim to guide you on a journey to find peace and stability, aimed the chaos and unpredictability of life. Join me the enlightening exploration as we learn to harness the strength of Stoicism. Before we begin, I would appreciate if you like the video so that you can help me to continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any video techniques. Number one, your monster imagination. You are sitting at your desk staring at a screen full of unread emails, your heart racing, your mind spiraling into a vortex of what ifs or worst case scenario. The overwhelming feeling, this shadow lurking in the corner of your mind, is your monster. But you exactly know what exactly is the monster. Is it the fear of not being able to meet a deadline, the dread of facing criticism, or perhaps it's the anxiety of juggling work and a personal life? The first step to conquering this monster is the name it. Marcus, the wise Stoic emperor, once said, always define whatever it is. We prescribe to trace its outline so we can see what is really is it. Substance stubborn, bare as a whole, unmodified, and to call it by its name, the thing itself and its component, to which it will eventually return. His wisdom resonate across centuries, reminding us that by defining our fears, we demystify them. Take Sarah's, for instance, a manager in a tech company. She used to feel a constant anxiety about her team's performance. Every time a project deadline approached, her stress level skyrocketed. But when she sat down and named her fear, the fear of her team failing and reflecting poorly on her leadership, she could address it directly. She started having open conversation with her team about their challenges and progress, which not only alleviate her anxiety but also fosters a culture of trust and transparency. In the naming her monster, Sarah stripped her fear to their bare bones, saw them for what they truly were, and in doing so took away their power. When you name your monster, you transform it from an undefinable shadow into something tangible, something you can face, understanding, and ultimately conquer. So next time you feel anxious, pause for a moment, ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Name your fear, your worry, your monster, write it down. If you have to, by doing so, you are taking the first step towards regaining control and finding your path to peace and clarity. Clarify, remember, the monster isn't as scary once you call it by its name. Technique number two, focus on the present moment. Focusing on the present moment is quite essential. Stoic practice deeply rooted in the philosophy. Call for mindfulness and living in accordance with the nature. It's about embracing the here and now rather than being ensnared by the past or a future. Consider the story of Emma's, the dedicated entrepreneur. Her days were packed with the meetings, planning, sessions, and endless decision making. Despite her success, she felt perpetually dissatisfied, always fixed on the next big goal, the next milestone. This constant future orient mindset left her feeling drained and disconnected from the joy of her daily life. Then she came across a word of Marcus who said, "Don't let your reflection on the whole sweep of life crush you. You don't fill your mind with all the bad things that might still happen. Stay focused on the present situation." This insight was transformative for Emma. She realized that her relentless pursuit of a future achievement was robbing her of the joy found in the present. She began practicing mindfulness, taking time each day to savor the small moment of the satisfaction of well executed project. The laughter shared with her team, the quiet evening spent reading. This shift in perspective brought a newfound sense of contentment and gratitude for the present and stark contrast to her previous preoccupation with the future anxieties and past regrets. That Stoic principle teaches us that while planning for the future, it's important it should not come at the cost of living in the present. By focusing on here and now, we engage more deeply with our current experience, cultivating a richer, more fulfilling life. It's about finding balance, preparing for the future, learning from the past, but always anchoring ourselves in the present moment. Technique number three: put your impressions to the test. This technique involves a deeper introspection and rational analysis of our automatic thoughts and reactions. Stoicism, at its core, technique teaches us that our emotional responses are not triggered directly by events but rather by our interruptions of these events. This principle is pivotal and transforming our approach to everyday challenges and stresses. Imagine encountering in the situation that immediately spark a negative emotions, say frustration or anger. Our natural tendency is often to react impulsively, influenced by these initial emotions. However, Stoicism invites us to pause and examine these first impressions. It's about asking ourselves critical questions: is in my reaction based on the objective assessment of the situation? Am I perhaps viewing things through a distorted lens, influenced by the past experience, biases, or unfounded fears? By engaging in this introspective process, we often find that our initial impressions are exaggerated, skewed, or even completely unfounded. For instance, consider a scenario where you receive a constructive criticism from a colleague, or your immediate reaction might be to feel often or defensive, but upon reflection, you might realize that your colleague feedback is not a personal attack but an opportunity for a growth and improvement. This stoic practice is not just about challenging negative impression but also involves a realistic assessment of positive ones. It teaches us to avoid being overly optimistic or negative about situations, helping us maintain a balanced view. By consisting examining and testing our impressions, we cultivate a mindset that is less reactive and more thoughtful, leading to more rational decisions and action. Moreover, this practice has far reaching implications of our mental health and relationships. It encourages emotional resilience as we learn to detach our senses of well being from external events and options. It also fosters healthier interactions with others as we become less prone to misinterruptions and misunderstanding. In sense, Putting our impression to the test is about building a strong foundation of a self-awareness and rational thinking. It's a powerful tool in navigating the complexities of a life, empowering us to respond to situation with clarity and composure. This stoic practice transforms not just how we view the world, but how we engage it with the lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life techniques. Number 4, assess your wants. This is the key stoic technique. We delve into the art of a differentiate between our desire. Stoicism is at its heart teaches the importance of focusing on what is within our control. This principle, when applied to our daily lives, has the potential to transform our approach to ambitious and desired, leading to a great contentment and reduce anxiety. Imagine the countless scenarios where our peace of mind is rattled by an unmuted desire or ambitious. These range from the career goals and the social recognition to a personal relationship and material possessions. Stoicism doesn't discourage ambitions, rather, it guides us the channel our desire towards things within our control, like our efforts, our attitudes, and our integrity. In professional context, for instance, while aiming for a promotion is a reasonable obsessing over it can lead to a frustration, Stoicism encourages us to instead concentrate on excelling in our roles, enhancing our skills, and contributing positively to the team. This internal focus shift our fulfillment from external validation to a personal development and effort. This principle also profoundly impact our personal relationships. We often desire a perfect harmony and understanding from others, but stoicism reminds us that we cannot control other actions and emotion. It advises focus on our behavior, being compassionate, understanding and patient, which in the turn nutrients healthier and more genuine. Relationships regularly reassessing our wants, align them with our sphere of control, not only alleviate anxiety but also fosters a sense of empowerment. This stoic practice paves the way of balancing life where happiness and peace are derived from our inner silence and wisdom rather than external, often unpredictable circumstances. Technique number 5, do less. The Stoic principle of a do less is a profound lesson in the power of simplicity and intentionally in our actions. It's a reminder that in a world that often equate busyness with effectiveness, true productivity and contentment lie in the focus on what truly matters. This concept is beautifully encapsulated in a quote from a Cynic, a Stoic philosopher, who pointed out we will benefit from that helpful prospect of a democratic, showing us the tranquility lies in not undertaking tasks either in a public or a private that are either numerous or greater than our resources. This wisdom from Asina is a call to reassess our priorities and commitments. It urges us to focus on a fewer tasks but also to execute them with a greater care and attention in real life terms. Embracing the Stoic lesson could mean decluttering our schedules. It's about learning to say no to the things that don't align with our core values or contribute to our goals. For example, in a professional setting, this could translate to focus on a key project that drive value rather than scattering energy across numerous unproductive meetings and peripheral tasks. It's about quality over quantity, depth over breadth. Applying this principle in the personal life might involve simplicity, simplifying routines or commitments, allowing more time for self care reflections and activities that generally bring joy. The practice of a doing less but with a great focus and quality can lead to a more balanced, fulfilling life and a state of tranquility. That Sinkars described by incorporating dueless into our lives, we can escape the relentless cycle of a business and rediscover the peace that comes from international living. This approach not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also enhance our capacity for a mindfulness and presence in every moment. Number 6. Practice negative visualization. The practice of negative visualization, deeply rooted in Stoicism, offer a transformative approach to a life. It involves contemplating potential negative outcomes not as a form of a premises but as a strategy to enhance gratitude and resilience. Senecia's guidance on this, what is quite unlooked for, is more crushing in its effect, and unexpectedness adds to the weight of a disaster. This is a reason for ensuring that nothing ever takes us by surprise. We should project our thoughts ahead of us at every turn and have in mind every possible eventually instead of only the usual course of events serve as a foundational thoughts. For this practice in everyday life, negative visualization can have profound applications when we imagine the loss of something we value, be it our job, health, or a relationship. It's not only makes us appreciate these blessings more but also prepare us mentally for any eventuality. This preparedness is not about expecting the worst but also being equipped to handle life's uncertainties with a balanced mind. For instance, in personal relationship, imagining life without a loved ones can lead to a deeper appreciation for them and the time spent together. In the workplace, visualizing the potential failure of a project can spur proactive measures to migrate or mitigate risk and value the success. When it comes negative visualization also extend to our personal growth by contemplating challenges or obstacles we can develop. Resilience and adaptability, this stoic practice help in building a mindset that is not easily shaken by external circumstances. Life of preparedness where surprises are fewer and life EB and follow negativity with the composure. Thus, the negative visualization is a power straight tool. It's about embracing life unpredictably, prepare for various eventualities, and cultivating a profound sense of gratitude for the presence. This approach leads to a more balanced, resilient, and fulfilling life. Experience technique number 7. Take a motionless movement. Expanding on the 7 technique, take a motionless movement within the context of occurring anxiety. Through Stoicism, we find a profound invitation to embrace tranquility in its pure sets from Marcus. In his sightful masking, capturing this essence to shirk it all off and wipe it clean every annoyance and distractions and reach utter stillness. Child's play, the Stoic practice, is particularly effective in managing anxiety in our daily life. Where stress and worrying can often feel overwhelming, find moments of a stillness allow us to set back from these anxiety, offering a space from a calm and clarity. It's not merely about physical stillness but a mental respite. As well, where we disconnected from the chaos of our thoughts in the external What incorporative this into our routine could be a simple and dedicated a few minutes each day to be in a quiet space, free from distractions. This might look like sitting quietly with a cup of a tea, taking a leisurely walk without our phones, or simply sitting and observing the world around us. These moments of stillness are not about actively trying to solve our problems or to stop our anxious thoughts. Instead, they offer a break from a constant mental stimulation or a rare opportunity in our fast pace. And furthermore, this motionless movement can become a practice of a mindfulness where we observe our thoughts and feeling without judgment. This aligns with the Stoic belief of understanding and accepting what we can and cannot control by regularly engaging. In this practice, we develop a heightened awareness of our internal landscape and a better understanding of our anxiety. Triggered, in essence, take a motionless moment is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal. For combating anxiety, it is teaches us the importance of pausing, reflecting, and reconnecting with the present moment. Through the practice, we learn the cultivating inner peace and resilience, essential qualities for managing anxiety and leading a more balanced, fulfilling life. As we conclude our exploration of these seven stoic techniques for curing anxiety, I invite you to reflect on how these ancient principles can be applied in our daily life. Remember, dealing with anxiety is a journey, and incorporating these stoic practices can be a transformative part of that journey. I encourage you to try these techniques, see which ones resonate with you, and integrate them into your daily routine as you deserve or observe the changes in how you manage anxiety and face life's challenges. Please share in the comments below how these stoic techniques have influenced your approach to anxiety. Your stories not only inspire me but also offer support and encouragement to others. Your voice heard louder and clear, you will be recognized with a special member badge proudly displayed next to our name on our channel. But that's not as all the members. Your name will be featured at each end of the video, celebrating your contribution to our collective growth. Embark on this journey of a growth and empowerment together. Thank you for joining us today. Stay wise, stay resilient, and keep exploring the depth of Stoicism. Thanks for watching. Hanafacts. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.